It's Tighten Up Tuesday, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm live at the Midcoast Media Lobby. B-Phlat's in Philadelphia. She wore a fine vest for you. She's already dancing. Her knees are loose. It's going to be a great show.
Walk it out.
Oh, boy. What's
What's
up, B?
Oh, Chris, I was waiting so long. I already smoked up half my blunt.
Yes, it's going to be a short. It's going to be a short show.
You're probably right about that. Now that you said that shit, I need to sit on down. No, I'm just kidding.
B-Phlat, welcome to Tighten Up Tuesday. How are you?
I'm good, Chris. I'm extremely exhausted.
Oh,
and
what?
Where's my
You are?
Ricola? You of all people, Chris.
Why are you
know,
exhausted?
I've been up since 1:30 this morning. I got up to finish working because I'm working on the web closely, hand in hand with Kiki and Daphne, writing, making sure everything, I designed the website. I have
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Of course I did, because, I have to, as you say, I'm a narcissist and have to be in control of everything. But it's a reflection of me and of the Picasso. So we have to just make sure it's super tight and I'm liking how it's looking. And by tomorrow, Phly and I will be looking at the test run. I've actually already tested links, and I'm hoping that you'll get a chance to look at it, Chris, so that it can go ahead and launch everything. We can be like, yo, we ready.
All kinds.
People can register, all that good stuff. So that's where we are.
Gotcha.
And that's why I'm tired, but I'm going to work it out. And now I'm having a flash, but Picassos, they know what's going on. Everybody that's here tonight joining me, I do appreciate it. I hope everybody's coming off a lovely Mother's Day weekend. Chris, did you have a good Mom's Day weekend with Joni?
Got to eat dinner Sunday night, so that was fun. It was a good time.
What'd you get your mom for Mother's Day?
Flowers, dinner, and a card.
Nice. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I sent my mom a nice gift card and a nice card. And then I called her. I was like, Happy Mother's Day. And she's like, who is this? This is every year. Because she thinks she's always talking to herself because I sound like her.
Oh, that's funny.
But it's not, Chris. Cause like, I thought I was talking to me. You sound just like me, damn it. I was like, Mom, it's me.
Speaking of that, let me know in the live chat if I'm echoing or anything. Can you hear me okay, B?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're echoing. Do you hear echo?
No, but just want to make
I
sure.
ain't even started working yet, Chris. I'm trying to get it together from this flash. All my flash rags are dirty, so you see, I'm actually using Dennis's, one of his cloths, but I don't even care. And I see you're in a different location. Everybody's like probably admiring all the nice artwork in the background. Were we having some difficulties or something what was going on in the room? Something
simple that got misrouted today. We had some tours of people coming through and I'm not blaming them. I'm guessing something just got moved around.
Okay.
Yeah, there was like waves of high school kids in here today, and they got to come check out the studio and stuff too. So I'm guessing somebody put something, and whenever, long story short, something.
Trying to get it together.
It's not worth spending another 20 minutes on it.
Well, I was just gonna say I like that location. I like where you're sitting. I like the look.
Getting the most of the square footage.
Yeah, and it matches
my shirt.
Yes. So anyway, let me go ahead and get started. Give a shout out to Daphne, who's been definitely working hard. We had a long conversation. We were on the phone like 3 hours going over stuff for her Phlip. And then she's like helping to revamp stuff for the website. So she's been super busy. We've both been working day and night. And I definitely have to give Kiki a shout out because she's been working day and night on this website, and she's in LA. So when she called me at 10:30, at 7 her time, it was 10:30 my time, and I was like, oh, I can't look at this shit no more. I was like, let me take a nap and get up. So I'm trying to work with her on her time. So there you have it. Of course, I always give a shout out to my soror, Lauren, for my lovely music. It'll never get old. Shout out to Sounds of Noel. And of course, shout out to Chris and Midcoast Media. I always forget to give you a shout out, Chris. I just take for granted that your face is going to be on the screen, but I really have to get, people don't know how hard you work, Chris, and they don't realize that you're at that studio. I think people think you only do Two Funny Mamas and this podcast.
Like that's my
they don't realize you have like 12 other podcasts that you're doing and just all the other stuff that you're working on. And I really have to say that I thank you for taking the time out that you take to really work hard on Tighten Up Tuesday, the shit that you do. So I don't want you to feel like we're taking you for granted because you work hard, Chris. Shit, I thought I worked hard, but I'm like, I'll let a high flash take me out and I'll do a crash flash in a minute and lay down. I don't give a fuck. I'll be like, oh, I ain't think about that paperwork. I'm going to lay down. But I appreciate what you do. So shout out to you.
Appreciate you.
In Philly, Dennis actually came out. It was so funny because he doesn't like to sit in the audience because what happens is anything I say on stage, people start talking to him. They be like, is that true? Is that about you? And he hates that. He wants people to he likes to enjoy the show. So our whole family was there and they left a seat for him and he didn't even sit there because actually he was helping the DJ do stuff with my music. And then he just kind of was sitting in the back. So people wouldn't bother him because the girl at the door was like, y'all should have some kids. Y'all would have some cute, funny kids. And she was getting on his nerve. And I was like, you know what? I like to just come out with my husband and enjoy. We never get to do that. We never get to just sit down at the show, have a good time and a drink and not have to take pictures and all that other stuff. So that he don't like that part of my life, but he deals with it. So that's how he deals with it, by just kind of being in the background. He'll stand outside. And then when I come off stage, then he'll come back in. And if he's hanging around me, people won't ask him all that dumb shit. But they won't. They won't ask him all that dumb shit. Because they'll be like, oh, can I take a picture with you? But if he's off by himself and they catch him in the audience, they always poking at him, be like, man, is that true? Did she do you? And then he can't. I get it. So I'm glad that I understand about him. Because I used to be like, why was you outside? You ain't even see the show. And he's like, because people's asking me 1,000 questions. So I get it. So we ain't take no pictures together or anything because I came in there right before I was supposed to hit the stage, got my money, did my thing, and we was out. I had fun, and plus I was tired, but I had a great ass show. So I'm trying to stay on this roll of great shows and really
you've got
my thing. Yeah, because I'm preparing for my special. You got to get ready and stay ready. That's all I got to say, Chris. So moving on to shout out to Andy.
Why is it the stuff? Why is it the stuff I'm actually interested in? Like you filming a special. I haven't heard anything about that.
Well, I'm always working on my one-woman show. That's why I'm always practicing my trumpet.
Oh, okay. I was like,
and stuff, so I can be ready
and
be ready to pop. That's right. So it's
call me
already
at 6 a.m. Call me at 6 a.m. Eastern if you want to talk about a special. That we can talk about. Now, talking about the
special we can talk about, Chris, you know the special we talking about on September 8th through the 11th. That's a special. The Picasso swarming in on St. Louis is a special. But yeah, I'm always being ready and staying ready and making sure I'm working on my special. So, but yes, we'll talk about that, Chris. We'll definitely talk about it. As we talk about everything else. I'm moving on.
Yep.
Yes, we do. Let me go ahead and give a shout out to everybody that's volunteering on this committee to bring the Picassos to St. Louis for music at the intersection. We have been moving at a vast pace, and I just really appreciate everybody who puts aside their time to meet like 2-3 times a month to really make sure we're on the same page and we understand what's going on. And I've been reaching out to people individually and just clarifying everything. So tomorrow we have our volunteer meeting, Chris. And it's probably going to be about 40 people on. They kind of want to know what's going on. And, so we got 18 people from the Picassos that'll be on, and about 28 sorors that are volunteering, that want to, or at least want to know what's going on, where they can help. I'm not necessarily saying everybody's going to be physically there on foot. Most people will, but I know most people are also coming on to figure out where they can help financially, in-kind services, where we can get donations and stuff like that from too. So it'll be a very informative meeting. It's not mandatory. So if some of the committee members don't want to be on the meeting, that's cool too. It's more or less for everybody to meet each other and see who they're going to be paired up with in St. Louis. And then the other portion of the volunteers are for you, Chris, to really help you out where you need it. So once you give me that directive, I'll put that out there and let people know what they got to do. But all of that comes with coordination, and we're working on it. So with that being said, if anybody wants to join the Zoom tomorrow, y'all know what to do. You better hit me up at frugalflip@gmail.com ASAP so I can send you the link, because I already sent the link out. I already sent out a constant contact email to all of the sorors in St. Louis volunteering, and the other and the other Picasso volunteers on the committee, just so they could kind of see what information went out. So if you want to join that meeting tomorrow, it's 7 p.m. Central Time, kind of like now, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard. But yes, like I said, hit me up and let me know at Frugal Flip. I don't know if they can even see that. Yeah, there you go. frugalflip@gmail.com. So
what are you looking forward to the most outside of the festival with all your Picassos?
The talent show. Because I really am gonna, once we get everybody registered, and as I've been talking to people, and I keep checking emails, Chris, daily, people are saying, I'm coming to St. Louis. When can I register? So it looks like we're probably going to have more Picasso swarming on St. Louis than vendors so far. But I do believe, once we really start promoting, because actually I'm getting ready to show people what the website is looking like. And this is my rendition. So don't look at it like, that's what it's going to look like. It's a lot of tweaking, and that's what Kiki is doing, all the coding. But she's starting from scratch, so you have to have somewhere to start with. And the fact that it is actually my website, and she's going to be building the pages after this, because I just dedicated the first 3 pages of this website to the Picasso Music at the Intersection, us getting there. And then after we're done with this, then she'll start adding the other pages for B-Phlat stuff, videos. We're going to actually add a Picasso, a photo page, a gallery, because I want to let people see what we're doing. So we got 6 more pages that we're adding. But right now, this is where we have to start. So when you're looking at this, you won't see this white space. It's like a black website. Y'all know black is my color, black and red. But we've been able to incorporate the music of the music at the intersection design within the website, because we want, if things work out and we can keep doing this every year, this is going to be where we register every year. It won't necessarily be the main page throughout the website throughout the year. The pages will still be up, but as next year we'll probably put it back on the home page and make it be the whole startup again. So anyway, what you'll see, my bio is on the page, but it'll be within the page. So that's how I want her to set that up. So this is all on the home page. So this is the bottom of the home page. As you're scrolling down on the whole page, you get to see the flyer. And then when you click on those links, they take you to all of those things. They'll take you to BiJack. The other one will take you to Midcoast Media's website, TwoFunnyMamas. And then it just shows the people that are performing, Shmino, Grandmaster Flash. Those are just photos I picked. Cameo. Just so we can, generate some interest, get people's eye, and let them, kind of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Zoom in on the flyer and read the rest of the people that are coming. So then as you scroll down, Andy had to break this up because I actually sent it as a PDF, and he had to break it up so we couldn't scroll through it. This is actually a separate page but what's happening is when you click on, as you scroll down, you'll see this. You'll be able to click where it says for like the registration, and then at the bottom it says click here for the link to register and pay for the hotel. So after speaking to Jenna, I can definitely announce that she's creating our own code. She just told me whatever we want it to be, and it's just going to be Picasso 100. When you register and pay for your hotel room and all that, you can do it individually. We don't have to have a payment portal link for like a big group thing. Everybody will be, under the Picasso thing, and you can just pay for your own stuff. Wild. With our code. Yes. So that's the great thing about that. You'll be able to click right on that link, select the room color you want under the Picasso code, and be at the official host hotel and hang with us. So when you go to the registration page, well, you can't do it from here, but when you click on that, you'll see how to register, and then you'll get a little more information in terms of what you get as a Picasso, coming under 3 different levels, as a vendor, as a Picasso fam, or as a Picasso fan. So it's 2 different things. So this is like a sponsorship form that is on another page where you'll be able to click different levels and donate. So it'll be a link that'll take you 3 different portals that you can donate at different levels where we can collect the analytics. So I'm so happy that we got people working on all of this that'll be able to, pull the information and say, these are the people that's coming. These are the people that need ground transportation. This is the t-shirt sizes that we need. And so that's the great thing about all of this. So it's going to be looking like this, but much better. So I'm giving everybody a quick preview and a heads up. And actually, if you go on there and you click on BPHLAT.com, you can see what she's working on, a little bit of it. But I'll be reaching out to Phly tomorrow. Oh, Andy, don't forget to show our pop-up, what comes up on the first page. Because I want to make sure I clear this with Jamie and Irina, that I can use their picture. Because that'll be the first thing when you go to the website. You'll see the music in the intersection thing in the background. And this email is monitored by everybody. Joy created an email that we all can check with questions related just to Picasso's coming to the festival. And the other is the contact page, and it's emails that'll go to info@bphlat.com. So I think this is kind of cute how we're doing that. So when you put your email in, you got questions, we all can look at it with a passcode and see who it pertains to according to that committee. Ain't that dope, Chris? See how God works?
How could I expect anything less?
Yeah, so I just wanted that was my little surprise because I created that this morning and I was like, I better make sure I can, Jamie and Irina don't mind their face popping up on the website every time, people go to the website. So that'll be the first thing they see.
Good to you.
So we're bringing it together. And if everything works out and we can have between what I have to get done tomorrow and the form should be done tomorrow, and hopefully you'll be able to look at it and I can let you maneuver through it and then Friday we can say, the website is launched. I'm going to put a big announcement. I'm doing a video, all that shit. I told you I got made my little marketing plan, how I want to lead up to everything, and get people interested in terms of registering and being a Picasso. So that's where we're going, Chris. So I want to be able to launch the page by Friday so people can register and start, most people I spoke to already got their flights. It's so funny. Everybody's like, I'm just waiting to get the hotel. I'm like, well, damn it, I know if you've gotten your flight already. And 4 people I spoke to yesterday, they're coming in on Thursday. People are coming in early. They've made other reservations, like other places, because they want to help out with the goodie bags and stuff that Cicely's doing. Because I'm coming in early. Yeah, so they're like, I'm coming in Thursday doing my own thing, but I'll meet up where you guys are and help with. So I really appreciate that. Chris is about to be Picasso Nation up in this bitch.
Well,
we came there to help you out. We coming there to help you out, Chris.
For 20 cash, we'll let you into for the Midcoast Media Tour.
And we can use the bathroom. If you charge that, I'm coming there to blow the bathroom out and bringing my own toilet paper.
Number
and I'm
one,
leave this bathroom with my name on it, and I dare somebody to tear a sheet off of it. Because for $20, I'm gonna get a 2-3 blowout over the weekend.
Number one, $20 will get you number one. Number two, that's 40.
But the funny thing is, Chris, we're so close to the hotel. If somebody got to use the bathroom, they can go to their hotel room.
Well, there's restrooms on site too.
Ain't nobody using them porta potties to be blowing out. No. If I gotta do all that, you can best believe I'm be like, excuse me, I'm going to my room. I'll be back.
I'd prefer an art. B only goes number two in the art hotel.
Yeah, number one is for public areas, not number two. You shouldn't be doing all that unless you got colitis or some shit like that, you can't help it. But not to just be crowning it and lining this shit and just plop down with a book and be like, let me go and blow out Chris in them toilet. No.
We have reading material built in, if you remember.
But look, y'all work there. Y'all have to be there every day. Y'all used to each other. Y'all can't be having us and the Picassos, everybody else, and volunteers blowing out y'all toilet.
We have a rule.
Then I put 2 volunteers on toilet duty.
If somebody's in the bathroom, you don't go in. Period. It's a 1-person bathroom for us that work in here.
Yeah, but it's more than a 1-person bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get it. That makes sense because y'all got that rule. But I'm just saying, when we get there, people ain't going to be... I hope they don't have to come in there and be blowing it out like that. If they got to run in or use the porta pot, that's different. But don't be in there trying to blow Chris shit out. Go to your room. You can use my room. I'm putting my room out there. I got plenty of spray and I got the toilet drops where you drop it in there and then put a whole wax over the water, and then the smoke from the booty smoke do not come up past the film. I travel with it. So you don't have to
I know on the rundown it says talk about shitting for 40 minutes, but if we can just cut it off here, I think we're good.
Chris, we started late. I'm having a good time. And it'll probably go till about 10:15. So prepare. But I'm going to push through it because we are going to have a good time, as we always do. And I'm going to move past that conversation because I got to give a shout out to my Cash Appers, do my Cash App dance and all that good stuff. So I'm going to move past that conversation. I think everybody got the picture in terms of we're going to have a great time at the festival. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's the main point. A lot of people in the live chat, if you want to hear from some folks, Quincy's here, Fab 540, Cheryl Marrow, Veronica Claron, Ocean Latte is here. Oh man, MM is cutting up. Says he's got the poise pads to keep the turtle head popping out. Oh no.
Oh.
There's a lot going on. Hello, everybody.
Yes, hello, everybody. Shout out to all my crazy Picassos. I love my fans. They're crazy. Well, we always have the constant Cash App battle. And for the 100th, we're going to put it I'm putting it to the committee, but we're going to have to do something special for it's 7 people in the Cash App battle. Miguel, Candace, Kathy, Laura, Enzo, Phyllis, and Verna. So I am going to have to do something special for this running Cash App battle that they're forever trying to beat. Miguel, the only person that catches up to him is Phyllis. So shout out to Phyllis. Very nice. Yes, and I always have to give her a shout out because she's already started giving her donations weekly for Picasso stuff. So, I got to put that for the 100th. Yeah, so I'm giving shout outs to people that are donating to the 100th. Got to put that in a whole other separate category on the Cash App report. Shout out to Natasha Davis. That was Naptown Love. Tasha Bulls. These are new people that I haven't heard from. And I love to know when new people are watching the show. You don't necessarily have to Cash App, but watch the show. And if you do, that's even better. So shout out to Lena Love. She donated to the Picasso 100. I love it. I'm sorry, Lena Love it. I haven't seen her name in the comments in a while. I don't even know if she's been in the comments, but she Cash Apps every now and then. So shout out to Antonia Allen also donating to the Picasso 100. So I appreciate that. And we keeping it pushing. So I am not showing flash rags because I don't have any to show, but I don't want my 5 people to get discouraged that in terms of the refund and the flash rags that I'm going to send you. So I'm definitely shouting out Tina G, Lisa K, Claron S, Delilah N, and Allison U. Please be patient with me. I have not forgotten about you sending you your new free flash rag, so you won't be disappointed. So hold tight, as in the words of my husband's business. Hold tight, and I got you, Chris. I and John got you on those flash rags. So we're still working on it. Just be patient. That's all I can say at this moment. Well, Chris, before I get into my DYK, I'm gonna go and get up and do some CashApp dances.
You know they love it.
You know it, because I always got to show love. And since everybody thinks I have a mental health problem, this might be the month I might go get something checked out. Maybe they'll give me a check. I got to the end of the month to determine. So maybe somebody can give me some pointers on how I can give me a check on the side. Do I got to do like this, Chris? If I go in there and do this.
I think that helps.
You think they'll give me a check? If they keep talking to me and that's all I do.
If they need a reference, just tell them to call me.
There you go.
To confirm.
There you have it. I need to get me one of these. I feel like, look, I probably supposed to get some ADD medicine or something, right? You think?
I don't know. That might take away your creativity.
Yeah, you could be right. That's probably why I smoke. I don't know. But anyway, let me go and do my crazy Cash App dance for all my battle people. Definitely Miguel, Denisha, Cheryl Merrow, Laura H. Denisha ain't been in the... I ain't heard from Denisha in a while. Yo, you said her name wrong, so it spells Denisha. That's how we do it in the black community. Look at that. What move is this? You ain't ready for it.
It's pretty impressive. Oh, wow. That hot spot. Sweeping the nation.
See, that looks like a check. That shit I just did, that looked check worthy.
I think so.
I think so too. So if you need proof, I'll put you down as a reference. Send them this clip.
We got it. We got it covered.
Thank you. Well, like I said, since I'm honoring Mental Health Month, and I'm dedicating most of my DIYs to African Americans who've made some significant contribution in health, mental health, anywhere in that industry, this is where we're going. So I think we got 2 more left. I think. Well, today's DYK is dedicated to Jane Cook Wright, born November 20th, 1919, Manhattan, New York. Jane is, I want to say, a Delta. She just looked like a Delta. She actually looks like Dorothy I. Height. So she's fly. And I wore this color because I knew I picked this picture. I was like, Chris, let me turn to the side. Do you think I'll look like that when I get older? Let me just turn to the side. Look at us. Look at her.
Like you all both have a certain elegance.
Yeah, she's beautiful. That's how I'm trying to look when I get up in my age. Anyway, Jane Cook. Modern cancer patients have Dr. Wright to thank for advanced chemotherapy administration techniques. In 1949, cancer treatment was still mostly experimental, considered a last resort treatment, and thus dosages and best practices were not specified. Dr. Wright built on her father's initial research into anti-cancer chemicals and began successfully testing on human leukemia and lymphatic cancers. In addition to creating a program to instruct doctors in chemotherapy, she also implemented programs to study heart disease and stroke in addition to cancer. She was the first female president of the New York Cancer Society. So shout out to Jane Cook Wright. Oh, that's my doppelganger.
You think?
I'm just saying when I get older. She fly, Chris. She look good. I give it to her. Yeah, so shout out to Jane Cook Wright. Yeah, so I just thought that was interesting. I'm doing some good research and trying to find me some good people in that medical era, realm that are doing some amazing things that we don't know about. So, and always remember, if you have DYK information, Irks and Works, things like that you want to send me, you know where to send it, frugalflip@gmail.com. I love to shout out my Picassos that are helping me with the production of this show. Because you help with the payment, and I love the help with the production. That was my little ploy. Get some more help. Shit. Help.
There it is.
All right. Well, I'm working on the flips, Chris. So after speaking with Daphne, this is it. The date of Daphne's flip, because I know that there are people that want to come and help in Dallas, aka Sandra Roney. There's a couple other people. I appreciate it. Put it on your calendar. It's actually going to be after Dr. Kim's flip. It's July 21st through the 23rd. Mark the calendar. That's the last date.
I hear Texas is lovely that time of year.
Oh, it's going to be super hot. It's going to be super hot. But I don't care because, I love the heat. But I have to take into consideration other people that will be helping. But I do appreciate that. So, yeah, we're going. It's on and popping. And I love that Daphne actually sent me more photos and went through and pulled out more things to flip, because after looking at the different photos and the drawings and renditions, she knows there are a lot of things that we want to add and they may cost a lot of money. And even though her budget is a little higher, we still have to spend that money in certain areas. So I was like, oh, I'm glad you found certain things so we can go on and get this flip going. So she's really excited. And I'm so glad that she's pulling it together in terms of digging through stuff and just pulling out things that she wants to do. She's been showing me so much stuff. So with that being said, I wanted to show what I'm working on in terms of the kitchen, because it's not an open space, but her space is open and you can see right into there. So that with that being said, I'm going to show some photos of 2 photos of Daphne's and some flip things and explain to people what I'm doing. If you're joining us tonight, I go in and I flip people's spaces with the stuff that they already have. One room. But in Daphne's case, because her kitchen is connected, we're just going to do some touch-ups and some painting in there just so that it can not be an eyesore. Because she has wallpaper in there that'll really stand out and won't match what we're doing in the living room. So with that being said, I'm going to show people an original photo. This is the area that I worked on. So that is her kitchen. And like I said, it's an open area. You can definitely see right into it as soon as you walk into the living room. So once Daphne and I talked about this, and she told me that cabinet right where the entryway is, they actually come through the sliding door. They come through the back of the house more so than the front. They keep their shoes and everything in there. So I'm sprucing that up and adding a backing to it so that it goes all the way up to the ceiling, so that it could be I'm going to put a shelf on it and hang some little key hooks for keychain. You can hang your keys, and since it's the little rest all mud station, I'm going to make that and make it more permanent. So that's what the next photo shows. So we're going to make it all work in an African theme. I am definitely going to work with the red carpet that is in there. But like I said, she had red and white wallpaper in there. We're going to paint it and prime it white. And then the collective painting that we're going to do is going to be the one for the kitchen. It'll definitely pop. It'll be a nice big painting that we can hang right over. And we're going to do something on the table, like a yellow basket or something to give it a pop of color. And what I am going to do is put this stuff called a bead board, and it comes in different forms. You can get it like a half dowel, and I want to put that on the back of the counter, and it's wood looking. Actually, it is wood, but it's like a half sheet. You just roll it on there and stick it, and it looks like it is real wood that comes on a roll. And I want to do it on the back of the top of the cabinet, and we're going to stain it with like just a clear coat and leave it the natural wood. And I may put some on the front doors of the mud cabinet, the mud shoe cabinet, but I haven't decided yet. And I'm going to definitely put a brown or a black small shelf over there. So that's where I'm going to put a piece of plywood on the back of that bookshelf, build it up to the wall, and make it like a permanent structure so you can move the whole thing, but the back of that wood will be connected to it with the shelf so that you can't see straight into the kitchen. You'll just still be able to enter and see and be able to focus on the painting. So that'll be the focal point. That'll be the first thing you see when you look in that area. And I messed up when I was actually drawing on this and like brightening things up. So those black spots are not on the couch and those red spots aren't on the carpet. I was just covering up some of my mistakes in the drawing. So the next photo shows, and I better hurry up because we got to get Kai on. This is the beadboard stuff that I was talking about. And that kind is the dowel. So it's like a half dowels. You could wrap it. They wrap this around a podium or something and made it into a plant stand. So I want to buy some of that and put it on the back of the of her cabinets.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So the next photo I'm going to go through very quickly because they just show some of the things that Daphne went through and pulled out. Because along with our painting, I want to be able to hang baskets on her kitchen wall. Not necessarily this one, but I definitely want to use this basket. But a few baskets hanging on the wall next to the picture. And we'll just go to the next photo because she found some very interesting stuff I want to work with. Like that trunk that we're definitely going to make a cocktail table in the living room. And I may even put wheels on it so it'll roll around. I think I'm going to put it on casters. We're going to paint it white, update the cabinet. I mean what is it? Oh, Lord. Probably paint the lock and seal. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But you get the gist of it. We're painting it white and hooking that up. Yeah. So I'm glad she found that because I didn't know if she wanted a white trunk, but that was my vision. But that's what we're doing. So thank God for that. That's one less thing we have to make or buy. We just got to flip that. So the next photo shows an amazing credenza. That's what I'm calling it. Even though it's a dresser, I might throw that in the living room. I'm going to probably open it up, take out the 4 dressers that we're looking at that are closest in the picture and make that an open space. I love this piece. It's so 1950s, kind of like Art Deco. I love the hardware on it. And I definitely I'll probably use that in the living room. So the drawings that I'll show next week, along with Dr. Kim's, since her stuff is coming up before Daphne's, I'm going to be working double duty. I'm going to show how I'm going to throw this in the living room and hook it up. But we're going to do the measurements on Wednesday. I want to make sure I don't want it to be too deep that it looks like a dresser. So once she gives me those measurements, I may saw the back off of it and make it, smaller. But I know how to do stuff. So, but I really want to work with that piece. So that'll be interesting. And the next 2 pieces are entryway pieces that I want to put behind her couch because I'm having her couch face the door and face the fireplace. The back of it will be to the front door and facing the fireplace. And I want to put something behind the front door so that if you're entering that way, you can put, mail or whatever on this type of piece. So this is similar to the one that was in Taina's Flip in Orlando. Easy to work with. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this one or this next one, which is more like a gold wrought iron. And it has 2 left. I don't know how high it is, though. I have to measure the height. But I like that because it's slim. We might funk that out. I haven't decided yet. But like I said, once we measure it and get all that done on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, I'll make a decision. So that's where I am on Daphne's Flip. And next week, I will be showing photos from Kim's and Daphne's Flip. I have so much I'm working on. I'm actually showing it as the feature since they're overlapping each other.
Love it.
The only thing I have to show for my quick DIY is Cicely's photo that I finally framed. And I'm just going to show it on the quick. Andy has 3 photos just to give people a recap. And then we're moving right to Kaya. And then we are moving along. This is a photo that I've done out of recyclables, just mostly caps and lids and ice cream spoons. A painting that I made for Cicely. So I finally framed it. And the next photo, I have these bamboo sticks that I actually spray painted all black. I actually sealed her picture with the Mod Podge and like a polyurethane, like a clear solvent or something like a sealer, so that it can be a little shiny. And I don't want nothing falling off the painting before I actually framed it. So I laid out about 17 of these little bitty bamboo sticks. They're flat and about a half an inch, no, about a quarter inch wide. And I framed her painting with those. So I am going to show that because that's all the photos. And I'm just going to show you where I am with it really quick. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Those are all the sticks laid out on my table over here. I forgot I had that photo in there. So yeah, that's what they look like before I put them around this frame. So thank you, Andy. Let me turn my camera this way really quick and keep it pushing so I can bring my girl on. So if you're wondering why, if you look really closely, there are edges sticking off of this frame, right? It's because these bamboo sticks are very thin. And let me just lean that thin. Let me grab it so you can see what I'm doing. So this is the pack that they came in. A full pack of sticks. And I just use them for crafty projects. And I kept saying, I don't know how I'm going to frame this without covering up these things here and messing it up. And it can't be in glass because it's a painting. It's not a photograph. So all I did was put 2 of these together like this to give it that thickness and to make it look like it's a shadow box. So it has some depth to it in here. So I started from the bottom. I laid it flat and glued the sticks on. So when I came to the corners, and if they weren't long enough, I had to add an additional stick. And what I would do is let it stay on there before I would clip it off. And I can actually just use regular scissors to cut this and make sure it's straight. So I don't want to mess this up by, like, the point I'm trying to make is these corners didn't meet because these sticks are too short. So for example, here's a stick. This is the actual width. So you can see how long, so you see how I have a little piece left over in the end. So to make a full corner, I just clip the stick in half to give it enough so that when I cut this off, it won't split. Because these bamboo sticks are so thin, if you have to cut a little piece off, it'll split. So it's easier to put like a whole half a stick on. I cut it here and then glued it from here out. So all I gotta do is clip that. And it gives it more of a, I guess it's secure instead of trying to glue a little bitty piece of wood in there to corner. Because then it'll be hard to clip off and it'll probably make the painting mess up. So I was like, let me just do it like that to make all the corners come together. So if you look closely, I had to make the corners come together for the frame. So once I get it all cleaned up, I'll get these little pieces of glue off of there. But you didn't even know I put these together with sticks. So yeah, but I wanted people to see this process. That's why I left this part on there. And I'm just going to put my glasses on tomorrow, make sure I'm aiming right, and clip it right off. I don't need my saw to do this. So yes, Cicely, this is about to get wrapped up in the mail and on its way to Arkansas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you, Chris. All right. With that being said, it's almost 10. I want to go ahead and get my girl on. And in honor of me doubling up on flips, that is why I decided to have Kaya come on. And in June, on the 3rd, I'm having Alfie come on to talk about her flip. And it works out perfectly because here it is a year later. And some things I made duplicate in another person's home. So I need to know if they work or not. So that's why when Taina was on from her Orlando flip, which was really great, I was able to go back into her home and fix things. Nobody does that on the flip show. They don't come back and fix shit. Half the stuff they take with them when they leave. So I'm telling the truth. I'm just saying, I feel obligated because I want this to be a process that once I know I do something after maybe 2 or 3 times that it works. It's a solid thing because I might have a signature shit. My signature shit might be hanging stuff from the ceiling, dividing walls. I got to know that that works because I might get into hanging heavier materials, or like when I hung the shower door in Clarksville, I hung the curtains in Kaya's flip. I'm about to introduce you, girlfriend. I hung the divider from the ceiling to the floor in Taina's flip. So that could be my signature thing, and that may not work everywhere according to climates and regions and different things like that. So that's why I love to have the people come back on and let me know what worked, what didn't work, what they loved about it. And I think it's a good thing for anybody that's contemplating another flip to actually see the person that had the flip and let them, rant and rave or say, no, I would never do that shit again because it was too many motherfuckers in my house, whatever they want to say, because I can rant about me forever, and I can rant about how much I love doing these flips. That doesn't necessarily entice a person to want to get one. I think having somebody else give them that point of view and a perspective and letting them know that it's worth it, letting them know that, one, it's safe when I have other people and other Picassos come in and help do stuff, so they feel like, okay, well, shit, they did it, they do it, I might as well get me one done. So that's the purpose. And plus, I need to know if shit is working because this is my first time ever in life going out and doing what I just normally make up and do in my house. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce Kaya. I thank you so much for coming on. She's here in Philadelphia, and her team was so fire and lovely. It was a small team. We did her glam closet. She turned a bedroom into her big glam closet because she has a lot of clothes and jewelry. She's an it girl. She has to have all that fly shit. And we organized it. And I love that that she trusted me enough to come in and do what I did. So with that being said, Chris and we bumping Chris off first, and then I'm gonna jump off. Love you to death. I'm gonna let Kaya go on the full screen and talk about that is not how Andy posed to bump him. He's wrong for ducking. Funny, Chris. I'm gonna let Andy throw. I'm just gonna let Andy throw her on the full screen and talk about your flip, anything that went wrong or anything you may have to maintain, or if you might have a perfect flip. I don't know. I'm gonna let you have your thing. And then people, like I said, Chris will entertain questions and comments. And I might even have a few questions for you. So with that being said, I'm gonna let you be on the full screen. It's your 15 minutes. Go, girlfriend.
Okay. Hello, everyone. So it's been about a little over a year since my flip. I think we did it in 2 or 3 days. We converted my middle bedroom into a glam closet, like B-Phlat said. It was myself, my mom, my very best girlfriend, and my sister. Along with B-Phlat. And so in those 2 or 3 days, we were able to transform my middle bedroom into the ultimate glam closet. I absolutely love this space. I am in here all the time, even if I'm not getting dressed to go out and go somewhere. It was some work. It was some work, but it was well worth it. I don't have any regrets about it. I absolutely love this space. Um, Everything is perfect. I have not had any issues with my flip. I haven't had any issues at all. The only thing that I think I might change in here, I really haven't changed anything. There were like some candles around my vanity mirror. and I switched the candle holders out for my perfume bottles because I have so many and I wanted those to be accessible like on a daily basis. So I have those on there now. Um, Other than that, I really didn't change much. I'm thinking of changing the throw rug that's here because it's a light pink. If you can see the colors behind me, how there's light pink and then there's kind of darker orangey pink, and so that's how the throw rug is. That's on the floor here as well. So that lighter pink has started to pick up, just from wear and tear from me being in here, has started to pick up um some dirt. So that's probably the only thing I'll switch out, try to do maybe something with a darker color, but I am 100% happy. Um a few things that I added after the flip was I put a motion sensor light in here because I wanted to be able to walk in and not have to flick the light switch, but that's just like a personal preference thing. My Barbies. Should I show this? I don't know. So my Barbies, I switched my Barbies out. I'm a Barbie girl. I love Barbies. I've been collecting them since I was very young. So that was something that Beverly, knew was very important to me. So she made sure to incorporate that into my space. So I'm very happy with them. I switched them out and she made it so that I would be able to do that. Um, and I think really that's it. Oh, so that's us outside of my house. Yes, that's the flip team.
That's the team.
Yes, that's the flip team outside of the house, and we had a good time. It's just the only thing I would suggest is that you just enjoy the process. There's going to be moments where it feels like a lot of work, maybe, but you're going to be working with your family and friends. And
Mhm.
B-Phlat is there to guide you. She is amazing. Like not
Thank
only
you.
with decor, but just she knows how to fix things and do things. So that is amazing to have around because that is not my wheelhouse at all, okay? In any way, shape, or form. So you are in great hands with her. You absolutely are.
Andy's showing the before and after pictures. Thanks, Andy.
Oh,
This is what your
yes,
wall
that's
used to look like before I tackled it.
that's the before.
Okay.
And I've been able to keep everything organized too. I think having like just that initial organization plan has really helped me. I've been able to keep everything neat and organized. It's a space that I really love and that I'm really proud of.
You're actually sitting in. So that's my rendition of how I took the pot lids and drew the circles on the wall with the paint
Yeah.
and my rendition of how I wanted to hang the Barbies on the wall. So the next
Hmm.
photo will show actually what you're sitting in front of, your Barbie collection.
Yes, my Barbie collection. That's where I'm sitting right now in the vanity. Everything is perfect. Everything is perfect.
I am so glad you love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I want to come
I
over there and spend the night. So now
I
people can see a piece of your
I hang
carpet.
out in here because I had the bar. You did the bar, so the
Yes.
bar is in here. So I hang out in here and have a cocktail or two.
Yeah. And I see the toilet rack is still holding up. A lot of people don't know that behind you is remember how we flipped that toilet paper
Yes,
holder thing into a shoe rack.
yes, and
Your
it's still
glass
holding
slippers
up.
up there.
It's still
You
holding
made it
up.
into a shoe. Yes.
Yes. You
Chris,
definitely know how to repurpose things in a way that I would have never thought of.
and that's what I do because you know what? It's like they say, out of necessity, ingenuity is born. And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like because I'm broke and don't be want to buy stuff, I'll be like, shit, I can make that. So I'd
Yeah.
rather use my skill and be handy. And I just feel like I can save so much money just by making stuff. And I can look at something and be like, oh, girl, you ain't got to do that. I can fix that, or I can make.
Yes. It
So I'm
definitely
like,
made me.
I
Yeah.
loved how
It
I
made
was
me
able to
look
do
at the
that.
thing. Yeah.
Oh,
It
I'm
made
sorry.
me look at the things I already own in a different way. You know, it made me think and say, okay, how can I repurpose this? How can I use this? Instead of just getting rid of things all the time.
Get rid of things, So all the jewelry things are holding up in the drawer, the little
yes, the drawers are holding up. My little bar is holding up. All of my sunglass rack is holding up. Everything. I have not had any issues in here. None at all. None at all.
The film ain't peeling off the windows or nothing.
No, the film is as they are. And I have people come and ask me all the time, like, where did you get that film from? And I tell them, it's perfect. It's still on there. I think I might have had the perfect flip.
Good. Well, so far, I've only had Diane. She had like minor things. And like I said, it was just, her major thing was just from the hurricane that happened in Orlando. So her roof died, so one of the chains came down. But I fixed like a few, they were made by minor little things. When I got there, I was like, oh, and I just kind of panned around, and I actually spruced up while she just did it. Yeah, so it could have like a nice look when I took pictures and stuff. But other than that, I think what I'm doing is I know it's making a difference because everybody's loving the flips. But like I said, a lot of people don't get what they have to give up to do a flip. So I love when they take pictures of the things that let's like, now let me go in the attic and start digging out and seeing what's in the basement and seeing what's in the garage and not necessarily what's necessarily in the room. Because people think about the things that I'm flipping in the room. They're like, what you going to do with my couch? And I'm like, well, what about shelves? And then I was like, oh. So that's when I'm like, well, go to your garage. You might have some old wood and different things like that. So that's where they get kind of confused because it's like, oh, I don't want you busting up my good dresser. It's like, well, this is the only one you want, and you want to have a bar cart, but we don't have the money to. So that's where they start weighing it out in the budget in terms of the flip. The whole purpose of a flip is to not spend the money. So I tell people to really concentrate on the shit you already have. Let me look at it, take a picture of it, and then I can tell you what it could be.
That was crazy.
I'm glad that you were able to come on and do this. I have one other person coming on in June to talk about her Clark's flip. And then I'm moving on because I have these two coming up. So we'll be working in July doing flips in 2 different states. It's going to be fun, but I'm looking forward. I'm excited.
That's exciting. Yeah.
Well, we're going to throw Chris back on and see if anybody had any comments or questions. And if you want to stay on for our Ask Chris Deezies and that, be my guest. Or if you need to get off, that's up to you. I'll let you be the judge.
Sure. I'll hang around.
Oh, that'll work.
Have a drink. Have a drink. There you go.
We drinking and we drinking.
I'm curious. Do you sit in that room and have drinks and leave nasty comments in the live chat? How's that go?
I never leave nasty comments, but I definitely sit in here and have a drink.
That's allowed. Everybody going off in the live chat. Everyone really appreciates the work. MM says B is a DIY wizard. Irina says great job, B. It looks great. Pack 93. B-Phlat Beverly is awesome. Lena Love, that turned out really good. Glad to see you were able to keep it up. Vanessa Hearn gives it 740 stars. Kathy says this is so nice. I love it. Launer is loving it. HR is having a good time. MM says keep those wigs away from Sherri and Kim because they'll come for them.
You know, Marco always say something crazy.
I love Mark. He's great.
Yes, I
can't wait. I can't wait to see him leading a group of people around the festival here. Like he owns it, and it'll be great.
You know he is, and you know he's gonna have his phone out, doing what he do, kicking it. I can't wait to get to St. Louis. Kaya might be joining us.
Yes. I heard all about it. I'm excited. It sounds really, really fun.
You know, it's more than just a discussion about going number 2. There's a lot more to it. Just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna definitely make sure.
There's more to do besides number 2. Yeah, got it.
That's right. That's the slogan.
I'm just happy that everybody is being so patient with us and the registration, and knowing that this week this website will be done. I should have been at my damn B-Phlat website done. I'm just lazy. Everything's not a priority to me, Chris. But see how the Picasso Nation made me get my shit done. I've been paying for this website, the domain name, for 20 years.
Oh,
and here it is, because I was like, you know what? I've been paying for this day. We might as well just do it on my site. Let me just go and get the shit up, because everything takes so much work. Yep. And I'm always doing so much. I've literally been up every day with Kiki, day and night, working on this website. But it's so worth it because the Picassos are inspiring me. Every day that I get an email, somebody's like, yeah, I'm coming in. I got my plane ticket and I'm coming in early. Yeah, I'm coming and I'm coming in. I'm like, oh shit. That's why I don't mind being up at 1:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Doing what I got to do to make sure it gets done. So it's all love for the Picasso Nation, because we coming to swarm that bitch, Chris. We coming in there like
I've been told.
What? And we gonna have on yellow shirts with our Picasso. Oh, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell us shit. We might even do a stroll. We gonna get a Picasso stroll. Chris, we gonna get a Picasso stroll.
How would it go? How would it go? Now, Kaya, you got to do it too. How would it go?
Look, we coming through. Look, this is how we gonna come through. First, we gotta do like this. Get the red ready. Oh, we gotta do the dance. Oh, shit, we're gonna hit him with it. Oh.
And this is through the main area. Whenever we've got like a main act on.
We gotta hit him with the hot spot dance. The hot spot. Kaya, it's a new dance. You gotta hit the hot spot. Ow! We got 3 dances on the show: the Jane Tubman, the hot spot, and the cats, the stray cat scat. I do a dance to get the cat off my porch, called the stray cat scat. So, I appreciate you doing the hot spot dance with me. And I saw you, Chris. I saw you do the
yeah, that's right.
Under the table.
Really getting wild.
Under the table.
Well, it's that's what we do. People don't know what's going on below the table, so they'll find out in September. They'll find out in September.
Are you ready for your Ask Chris Easy?
Yes, I do want to shout out Ms. Michelle. She has a great idea where she's going to get a fixer-upper house, and B-Phlat, you just fix it all up.
That'll work. We'll swarm in and do it. I'll swarm in and do it. That's a renovation. That ain't a flip. Now that I think about it. Ow! That's a renovation.
I've got as we're sitting here, I just realized a comedian that you've performed with, I forgot she's a visual artist and does a bunch of DIY stuff. Remind me to tell you after the show, you got another good guest in your hopper.
That'll work. Please do.
All right, so what do we got?
You got a question in from Picasso Kadira B. You ready?
Hello, Kadira B.
Oh, did she play your Chris D? Did Andy play your song? Oh, go Chris D. Get your ass off. Get off my goddamn foot. Get your. Yeah. They done made me a shirt and everything. The straight cat scat got me stumping on the cat. Because I'm always complaining about this fucking cat on my porch. But yeah, I had to do the straight cat scat for Phyllis and for Kaya so she can see how we get down on Tighten Up Tuesday. So your question is, Chris, can you finish this song? My eyes are getting weary. My back is getting tight. I'm sitting in traffic on the Queensboro Bridge tonight, but I don't care.
Because you're all up in the air.
I don't know the theme. What theme song is that to? Do you know?
Go through to it again.
Okay. My eyes are getting weary. My back is getting tight. I'm sitting in traffic on the Queensboro Bridge tonight, but I don't care. And then there's some lyrics after that. It's the theme song to what? King of Queens. Do you know the theme song to King of Queens? I don't know the theme song to King of Queens. I never watched it.
I respect the people who are on it. Our friend Sherri was on it, I think. Here's a white guy admission. I've never once watched that show.
Well, there you go, Chris. You got some more points on your black card. King of Queens.
Oh, for
that's
not watching it.
For not watching it.
That's right. Hey, while all those crackers were watching while the crackers were watching King of Queens, I was watching Thea. Okay, I was watching Thea. Hey,
there you go.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
That's right.
Okay, Chris. Well, here's your other question. Do you have sandals on right now?
No.
Let us see your feet. You gotta let us see your feet. You got on sneakers.
This is weird. Yeah.
Yes, it is, but these are her questions. Okay, well, he don't have sandals on.
Dirty New Balances.
There's a lot of questions for you. All right. Well, you ready for my irks and works? Because we don't have a holiday hold them down for this week. I wish we did so Kai could hear a funny story. But I do have an irks and work. And I don't know if anybody submitted one in the comments, but I have an irks and works. All right. And my irks and work comes in today from Comedienne B-Phlat. And she is irked.
Not yourself.
Yes. And yes, ma'am. And she is irked by the Sergeant of Arms of voting stickers today. Okay, so here's my irk. I was so mad that they would not give me a motherfucking sticker. So even though I voted by mail, I walked over there with Dennis so he could vote. I had my little funky paper, the email registration that they send you to verify your mail-in vote. Said we received your ballot. Thank you for vote. I had printed that out. And I was like, oh, I'm over here because I wasn't trying to vote twice. I don't want no drama. And all I said was, since I already voted early, can I have a sticker? That old heifer gonna say, no, you cannot have a sticker. We got to make sure all the people that vote today. Then I had a damn big ass roll of sticker. It looked like a wheel. This shit was about this big. She's talking about, we got to make sure everybody that comes to and vote today, the polls just open up, that they get their sticker. And if you want to come back at the end of the day, it might be some stickers left. Guy, that many motherfuckers really don't even vote that was on that roll of sticker for the mayors.
Yeah.
You know what the bitch gave me? She gonna give me these. I was so mad. I was like, I already voted. What the fuck I need these for? I said the work is to retire. And more young people got to start working at these polls. These old people, she was dead ass serious. She would not give me no sticker. Off that big ass roll that was thick like a big roll of duct tape. And she said, you can come back. Like I'm going to walk back up there at 7 o'clock tonight. It'd be like, can you give me a sticker?
Yes.
We got to make sure everybody, Kaya, right up there by Moonlight, on Lime Kill Pat.
Yes.
Ain't no 100,000 people. It was 100,000 stickers on that roll. It's not 100,000 people that even vote in the primaries for the mayor.
Nope.
They're not coming up to Lime Kill Pike. I was so mad. She gonna hand me these. I already voted. I don't need this. Why are you giving me this and the fake ballot thing?
Oh, B.
So Dennis got the sticker, and I gotta walk home looking like I ain't vote.
Well,
that little spot right there across the street from McDonald's by our house. We walk right up there and vote. I was like, I'm gonna go with my husband. Girl, they wouldn't give me no sticker.
I think you're making it up.
No, Chris, the lady would get. Do you see? I got this. Why would I have that and no sticker? Dennis got the sticker on this Planet Fitness jacket.
I don't know. If you voted, I think you'd have a sticker.
That lady should have gave me a sticker. But see, she old, and it's all old people that work up there. And Dennis was the youngest person up there voting as a black man. It was about 5 black old men in there, and 1,000 women 75 and up voting. Black women in there voting. And that lady, she was like, man, she's like, no, ma'am, I have to wait till the end of the day if you want to come back. I said, I'm going outside because it's about to blow my high over a voting sticker. I like to collect them because I put them in my scrapbook. So now I'm going to take Dennis and put it in my scrapbook.
Oh, so you save them. You don't put them on right away.
Exactly. I save them. I put them in the scrap, that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm mad about that. And that's the corniness in me. That's the nerd in me that I only went so I could get a voting sticker.
I won't
so mad.
I won't turn this into a random Chris story, but speaking of corny B, I had to go. I was blessed to go to Branson, Missouri, with a couple guys from Jack Daniels for this dinner thing, and we did this thing. But when we were coming back, I was paying attention, and I passed. Shout out to St. Clair, Missouri.
My home spot.
Bees hillbilly upbringing.
Hillbilly hometown. You definitely passed it on your way to Branson.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So
going all the way down there for a dinner meeting, Chris. I hope they're giving you a whole bunch of liquor for the music festival, because that's a long way to drive to have a dinner meeting.
It was a dinner. It was an event.
Oh, okay. I was about to say shit and get some extra for us.
Oh, there it was. There it is. I was waiting on it. I was like, well, I dared mention something that B doesn't have her paws on. Doesn't have her hands on.
Wait for it. Yeah, you know I'm gonna throw something in there for the Picassos. It don't hurt to ask. My mama said, "Ain't no such thing as a dumb question. All people can do is say no. You got to let them know your intentions and be intentional and put it out there." And I'm used to hearing no. You hear more no's than yeses, and I say no all day long. I love it. It's in my vocabulary.
Okay.
And I don't have no problems with it, and don't feel bad. So anyway. Let me show my 2 flyers and we rolling out of here.
Oh my.
Thank you, Andy. Yes, Chris, I'm in St. Louis without your consent on June 7th. KJ's on Broadway.
Are you reading it? You got it?
No, I'm just saying I'm letting people know. I'm letting you know that I'm there without your consent.
Yeah, you're coming into Denman territory. B's going to be at KJ's on Broadway. That's the famous spot where we had so much fun with Kim and Sherri and B, and they made a whole joke of it here in St. Louis. How I was scared to go to the North Side. Well, it is what it is. KJ's on Broadway. It's a great place. You can't beat it. 5300 North Broadway, and you can call or text Terrence, because Terrence texts me every week and sends me a flyer for shows coming up. You can hit him up. Numbers on there. I love it. He works hard, and he's going to put on a great show. Grown folks comedy with B-Phlat. Again, it's without my consent, but I consent. So there you go.
Next flyer. I'm in Dania, Florida. Dania Beach.
Hello. Look at you. 50 Shades of Comedy. Does that mean you have to do something weird to an audience member?
No, that means my money come in different colors.
Okay.
In 50 shades. Long as
you got the website down at the bottom. B's with some very funny people with that one too. So go see B-Phlat, and she's posting it all over her Instagram. And on the new website, I bet she'll have a little space for tickets too. So go see B-Phlat, whether you're in St. Louis or Florida.
That's in Florida. I can't wait to get to Florida. I love that casino. It's nice, and it's a nice big venue. It's a nice space. It's a nice stage. It's like my 3rd time coming there. Last time I was there with Hope Flood, and I don't remember the first time I was there, but I like Dania Beach.
There it is. You get in some trouble if you're out on the road with Hope Flood.
Oh, no. I know how to stay out of trouble. That's why I've been on the road so long. I've been able to stay away from drama.
I didn't mean that.
Me.
I just feel like Hope knows how to have a good time.
That's what I'm saying. And that leads to drama. That's why I don't hang out with Lunel. They'll get you in some drama. They had you all over the fucking place drunk and high and driving. And riding on the hood. Right, exactly.
I mean,
so that's why I'd be like, I'm going to my room because y'all would have me hemmed up. I've been hemmed up. So I don't know how Mark hang out with Lunel. I don't know. Well, he works for her, but I don't know how he do it. Because Lunel don't know. She don't sleep. She'd be up all night after a show. I don't know how they do it. I can't do it. Her and Hope, they be up. I'd be like, bitch, I'm going to bed. It's 12 o'clock. They like, the night has just begun. Goodbye. You know I'm old and corny. So anyway, I'm looking forward to making my announcement on Friday. I'm doing me a little Phly video upstairs in my yoga room with the CDs in the back saying the website has launched. Go register. Get your money up. Make sure you're ready to come to St. Louis. Because once you get there,
we'll see Kaya there. We'll see everybody there.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Kaya, I'm going to make sure I see the information.
I've never been to St. Louis. I'm excited.
You're going to have a good time because I know how to that's one thing about me. I know how to show people a great time. Well, you know that, Kaya. You know I'm a piece of work.
Yes, yeah. I do.
So, well, Chris, I think this is one for the books again. And we're done. And I love that. Well, it's like 10:30, but even though we started late, we did like an hour and 10 minutes. Not bad.
I'm gonna get out of here and go to that Schnucks with the cheap blackberries.
Oh yeah, I bet they are probably about 50 cents now since they've been there for 6 months. With the past due date, don't nobody eat no fresh vegetables over there.
The Schnucks that Key won't go to.
I don't blame Key. I don't even know why you go in there.
People leave me alone.
All the fresh stuff be old. Because don't nobody buy it.
There's
and
not
then
much of it.
It's terrible.
Every time I go there and I hear your voice in my head yelling and whatever, I'm like, oh, there's not really much in the gluten-free section.
Not at all.
That's because
I try to tell my mom.
You're such a hater.
Chris, my mama shops there, but she don't eat like I eat. And I be like, Mama, stop going to that Schnucks. Why don't you just go down? Did you know what is that place called? Schwab's.
There's a Whole Foods. Yeah, there's
you have to. You need to go to Whole Foods because I'm sick of that damn her going to that regular Schnucks.
That Straub's, you have to wear a cummerbund. You have to wear a cummerbund if you go in there.
That grocery store, they liquor section is popping. You hear
Which
me?
one?
In Schnucks.
Oh, Schnucks. It's all locked liquor. Up.
But I'm just saying it's popping. Every time you go in there, somebody in there getting beer, wine, liquor, and then you go over to get some watermelon and an orange, and the shit be moldy or you be like, because the people don't go in there to buy vegetables. They don't go in there.
I've been in there at 10 till.
Like, these collard greens look a little wilty. I'm like, Mama, they've been there for 5 weeks. Don't nobody come here to buy groceries. They come in there to get shit like fruit snacks. You know what I'm saying? It's like all the stuff that you would want in terms of fresh vegetables. You would be mad. You'd be like, this shit look a little old. How long this be? Because ain't nobody in there getting carrots and celery and stuff like that. So when my
you know
mom
what they do? If I go there, because I get out of here late a lot, I'll go over there and it'll be 10 till, it'll be like 9:50. That's 10 minutes before they close. The security guard follows me around. They'll say, we're closing at 10. They're real aggressive about closing at 10. I always get a kick out of that. I'm like, I'll get over there at 9:56. Don't worry. In and out.
I don't go in there.
I think it's fun. I think it's funny. Nobody bothers me.
And I don't like when my mom shops in there. She be going there and be like, oh, you're going to have to take me to Walmart now. We could have just went there instead of coming here.
All right.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, everybody. We'll be back. We'll be back next week. Great job, Kaya. Thanks to everybody in the comments.
Kaya, don't walk off so we can take a picture. Or did Andy get a picture?
Okay.
Bye,
Good
everybody.
night, everyone.
Oh.
Uh-oh. She's back at it.
Always. Oh. Oh, get it. Wow. Hold it out, Chris.